My piece is titled Self-Divulgence in Green Country, and I'm going to be reading a couple of excerpts from it. But this piece is mostly about finding your personal values, but I'll get into it. Back in my pissing grounds I was. I don't like to refer to it that way, but for the majority of my lifetime it was just that. Relieving myself on the Christ crown-like foliage of wild blackberries whenever I felt like it. It was humid, warm, and rainy, just how I'd always remembered it. It in fact was Oklahoma. The place where the proper red-blooded South collides with the barrenness and breathableness of the Southwest, or what many refer to as the suburbs of Texas. Sometimes I like to refer to it as Diet Texas, just to mess with the people who know little about the place, or to humble those many Oklahomans who hate Texas for superficial reasons. Next to New Mexico, it's one of my favorite places upon the scarred face of this planet. Being there revitalizes my spirit, and not like how a menthol cigarette or Bang Energy does. No, it fixes me to some people I've known since before my brain could collect memories, and brings me closer to those whom I often find myself fundamentally disagreeing with, but ultimately share the strip in my veins with. Perhaps grossly I feel more at home there than I ever did in New Mexico. Sitting on the second-hand sofa belonging to my old family friends' house, that of the Wilmans, and listening to instinctively familiar voices speak about largely harmless or good-natured issues brings me closer to home than I ever have been. Here's the next one. I'm a man of nature, as many people have zealously referred to me as, and this setting was a place where many of these realizations would come upon. In a way, I tried to replicate the setting of my childhood. Creeks full of bullfrog tadpoles, briar patches impossible to traverse, roadside drainage ditches full of bass and cigarette butts. Yet this proved to be difficult, as I was largely confined to a gated-in chunk of cookie-cutter suburbia. I made do with what I was given, and that was a pond full of sunfish, dyed Powerade blue, an old crappy Walmart fishing rod, and a little hill with a line of dying desert cypresses on it that I used for thinking. That's it.